Hey, welcome to Taste This TV. I'm Chef Joe Ciminera. Another fun-filled episode we have for you today. Can you say duck? And yes, that's what we'll be doing today. We got some duck breast that we delicately seared on both sides, got the skin crispy, and then what we're doing is we created what's called a cold bouillon. A cold bouillon is like a flavored beef broth or beef stock or a flavored stock. It doesn't need to be beef. It could be vegan, it could be vegetarian, fish, whatever. But we got the cold bouillon, which is our mirepoix, which is carrot, celery, onions, and we got a really good wine in there, a couple of other vegetables, and I'm just going to let this off just to give you an idea of what's been going on here. Voila, okay? We are going to be, because it just took too long to do the duck breast, we would be here for like 40 minutes, so we jump-started this a little bit. We're going to be making the delicate sauce, talking about the salad, and then we're going to be putting this baby together, right? We got a couple of things here that we're going to be talking about. One is Cooper & Atkins. Now this is their digital thermometer. This is going to work perfect for demonstrating what the temperature of this duck breast should be, right? We want to make sure it's over 145 degrees, and it will be, and we're going to use this thing to test it. Now, this is a gluten-free dish, and our friends over here at TMGF Productions, Tara and Murray, is doing these incredible books, as you can see. Go onto her website, check them out, order them. Really good stuff, easy animation, easy to follow. This is a gluten-free lover's dream. If you've ever had problems or questions about being gluten-free, what it entails, where to get the help, this educational book set here, I got 4 behind me, is really the way to go. Now you got how to shop gluten-free, which is always a question, right? People wondering, how can I make or buy food that I've been used to eating all my life, now I have to stop? How can I be down? And that's the way to be down. All right, now this is looking good. We're gonna put a little bit more white wine in there, and we're gonna continue letting this simmer. I'm gonna turn down this heat a little bit. We're gonna start to make this, this sauce dish. Now, in a wine that I'm using is gonna be the daughter's 2016 Cathedral Ridge here. And they're really good quality wine. This is really good. What we got in the back of here are notes of really dark fruit, violet mocha, ripe strawberry, and you taste this in the wine. And we're going to get to this a little bit later. We've actually used this wine, which is their winemaker's reserve. We put a dash of that in here to make the cold bouillon, just give it a little bit of a kick. But really good product. Check them out. Now we got some microgreens that we're going to be using today. This is just petite baby arugula. Now, the baby arugula really is sort of bitter. It's got a bitter taste to it. You know, when you think of arugula, it's a great lettuce, but you need a little sweetness, and that's why we're going to be making this sauce, which is sweet. So just follow us. We're going to get to the greens at the end. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So we got a, first thing we're going to do is put our pan on fire. Okay, so now we got our pan. First thing we're going to do is put in our onions. These are Vidalia onions. Don't use red onions. You can use shallots if you got them. Let's start off with a little bit of grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is a very neutral oil. It'll end good for this dish. What we're looking for is a thick, sweet sauce. We got a lot of great stuff going on here as well. Right away, we're going to throw our butter in there. Now, if you added the butter too soon, it would brown and burn, but by cutting it with a little bit of oil, it sort of balances it out and you still get that nice flavor of the butter. We want our onions soft, crunchy, but you know, we want the flavors of the onions to be released in all of the fat, both the oil and the butter. Now, capers are excellent, especially with duck. And if you find the right balance, like you don't want salted capers, and if they've been in the brine with vinegar, you want to wash them out a little bit. This is twice washed. We're going to put the capers in there like so. And that right away you get that aroma to the nose, which is really, really incredible. All right, we're not going to stop there. Now we're going to take our sun-dried tomato paste, and then we have whole sun-dried tomatoes. We're going to throw this in there as well. And we have I made homemade marmalade here. Basically what I did is I used gelita, I used gelatin sheets, and I have a combination of orange juice and a little bit of lemon juice and everything, and a little bit of simple syrup, and I cook it down, and I have orange zest in there, which are really good too. We're going to throw that in. Now, capers are really good with duck breast as well. And we mentioned we got the bitterness and arugula. And when you're trying to pair a dish together, you want to say to yourself, okay, well, if my greens are going to be bitter, you know, do I also want salt and sour taste? No, you have to balance that with a little sweet. Next comes medicinal dates here. These dates are incredible. 3 are enough for this because they're very, very, very super sweet. They're very good for you. We're going to take 3 of those and put them in there like so. All right, maybe we'll do 4. Keep it honest. All right, we got 4 in there. Turn this baby on. And lastly, we're going to take these sun-dried tomatoes that I did from scratch, which you're taking your plum tomatoes, right? You buy at the store. Cut them in half, salt, pepper, a little bit of oil, in a pilot lit oven or 110 degrees for at least 12 hours, and they'll look like this when they sit out on a sheet pan tray for another 6 hours. It's a process, but it's worth it. We're going to throw all of those in there like so. So we got a very sweet type of sauce here, which is exactly what we were looking for. And you can see there's a nice sheen on there because of the butter. Right? And this is going to go perfect with a duck. I mean, naturally, if I had some Bing cherries, I would be doing a cherry sauce. When I worked years ago at 4-star restaurants, and we used to thicken sauces with rabbit blood, and to get them thick. And we also used to do it for our cherry sauce that used to go on top of the duck. We used to do the rotisserie duck, 450 degrees, and you know, you're right close to it. So these are things that are going to enhance the flavor of our duck. Let's see how that's looking. All right, now we're going to test the thermometer here. We're going to turn this baby on. Good. So we're exactly where we were. A little over than what we wanted to before, but that's great. We have a product here that we can gauge the temperature with, which is really good. You want to also make sure that you always sanitize it afterwards. Even like hand sanitizer or soap and water or an approved disinfectant solution or a wipe is good with that. You know, you never want to just stick it in there, kind of stick it back, and the next thing you know, you're contaminating the next thing that you're going to be cooking with. You don't want to do that. This is a really good tool. I mean, really, really accurate as well, and it does last a while. The battery life on this is just super incredible. Let's get a plate. Let's start to assemble this dish. Okay, so now we're talking about what we're going to do here, which is get our greens ready to go. We mentioned arugula, and that's going to be the starter's point of our salad here. We got some arugula. Next, we got some edible flowers. Very important here, folks, right? So we're putting just the flowers that I think are not going to be an annoyance. Like, I'm not going to be chewing this thing, and I don't know about you. So, you know, stuff like this isn't going into our salad, but you might get some beautiful nasturtiums here that'll be perfect for it. You know, I'm sure is not going to put this in my salad. You know, I mean, so we're thinking, there's a little bit of a thought process when you're cooking. And you know, these nasty buds here, I don't say they're nasty, but you know, you want to rip them off too, because now you're only just enjoying the leaf of the actual flower. Same thing with here. If you didn't want to put this whole thing in your mouth, and people do it. They walk down the street, I've seen it. They salt a little bit of these things and pop them in their mouth. Just go like that. This way you get the color of everything, right? See? These beautiful colors here. A little oil and a little salt goes a big way. This is Himalayan salt. We're going to throw a little bit of that on there. A little bit of first cold-pressed olive oil. This is from oilsandvinegars.com. Check those people out. Good people. And we're going to mold this around. As we said before, you don't want to, you know, put a ton of dressing in here. But this is going to be the starting point. Don't forget, we're slicing hot duck on this thing. So we want to make sure we have the flavoring. All right, this is beautiful. All right, so right now we have just about all the colors we need to get started with that. Now we're going to take our duck, which has beautifully been in this cold bouillon. I mean, you could drink that liquid in there. That's so good. Get our duck out of here. We're going to slice this duck beautifully like this. Oh my God, look at that. This is really good stuff here. Can you get a good angle on that? Okay, now you're going to take this incredible duck breast. You're going to put it right down. Now, if you do my method, this fat on the top is really going to taste awesome. And other than having like a fried skin on top of your duck, which is always good, anything else sort of becomes nasty, but if you follow this, you're gonna do right by it. Okay, now look at this sauce. This is beautiful right here. And we're gonna go just to the side of that. I mean, look at the sheer color of this sauce. This is beautiful right here. Doesn't get any more, and the flavors are unbelievable. Now, I don't want to kill the top of this beef, this duck, by putting anything on top, because I think all the sauce really just belongs on the side like this. But this is just an incredible dish. The colors work on this. Now, you also don't forget these incredible vegetables that we had here in our cold bouillon. If you wanted to, I mean, this is rustic here. If you wanted to grab these and just put them all over the place, I mean, why let it go to waste? You have some incredible flavor here from the duck. It released some really incredible flavor. So don't forget all this stuff to put on here as well. This is good stuff right here. Nice vegetable flavor, aromatics. This is what I'm talking about. Great dish. Well, here you have it. Our incredible duck breast done my way. But take a look at it. Don't forget to toast to the daughter's wine, which it matches perfectly with this dish. And the winemaker's reserve that we use to help make this cold bouillon here. This is a key component to this dish as well. So we got some great wines, we got some great products, and of course, we're measuring the temperature of our products. We want to make sure that they're at the right doneness. And this is where this company comes in, Cooper & Atkins. And take a look at everything that they have on there for all your kitchen thermometer needs. Thank you for watching this fun-filled episode of Taste This TV. I'm your host, Chef Joe Ciminera. Remember, there are no rules in cooking. Duck breast at you. Take this.